I think this movie is so fun and campy. Let's do it. Babysitter is about this 12-year-old boy named Cole, and he's kind of nerdy, so he has some trouble in school. He gets bullied by this group, specifically this kid named Jeremy. He has two friends, one being his neighbor Melanie, the other being his babysitter B, who always sticks up to the bullies for him. You can tell that Cole obviously has a crush on B. Cole's parents are going away that weekend, so B is going to be watching him, and Melanie convinces him that he should sneak down and see what B does when he falls asleep. His parents leave, B comes over, the two of them are hanging out, and that night, she gives Cole a shot of alcohol, telling him that it's going to help him sleep. But Cole, essentially being scared of everything, pretends to take it and pours it out when she's not looking. So, like Melanie suggested, after he's supposed to be asleep, Cole sneaks downstairs to see what B is up to. It turns out she has this group of friends over, and they're all playing Spin the Bottle. So this group consists of Max, who is just like a dumb jock and uses any excuse he can to take his shirt off. Allison, who is a cheerleader. John, who's kind of like the class clown. Sonia, who is really witchy. And this guy Samuel, who's very nerdy and obviously like is not part of the group. He doesn't know them very well. So they're playing like a spin the bottle truth or dare type game, and it lands on B, and they dare her to kiss everybody in the room. But when she goes to kiss Samuel, she pulls out two daggers and stabs him in the skull and kills him. Cole is just watching like, what the fuck? They collect Samuel's blood in this chalice, and B keeps referencing this spell book, so it turns out they're this demonic cult and they just made a human sacrifice. So Cole runs back to his room where he calls 911 and also arms himself with a pocket knife, but then he hears them coming up the stairs. He heard them talking downstairs about how they had to go up and get the innocent blood. So Cole pretends to be asleep as they come into his room and take some of his blood with a needle, and after they leave, he throws a sheet out the window to try and escape. However, B catches him because she was hiding in his room because she felt that something was off. And it turns out that shot of liquor that she gave him had sleeping pills in it, so he was supposed to be knocked out. So instead, she waits for Cole to pass out from the blood loss, which he does. When Cole wakes up, he is tied to a chair and confronted by the cult. They don't know that he saw them kill Samuel, so at first they try to lie and just tell him, like, we needed your blood for a science project. So they're about to untie him when the cops show up. And Max straight up throws a fire poker through one of the cops' heads and kills him. As he's falling dead, he shoots Allison in the boob. And then B slits the other officer's throat. B, knowing that Cole is a nerd and knows police code, forces him to tell her the code for all clear. Max gets on the radio and tells the other cops all clear, we're going to get food, so they don't think anything is suspicious. Cole at this point manages to get untied and he makes a run for it up the stairs, and John chases him. But when they get to the top of the stairs, John trips over something and falls over the railing and gets impaled by a trophy through the neck and dies. Cole manages to escape out his window using that sheet that he had thrown out earlier, and he goes to hide under the crawl space of the house. Sonia finds him under there, and Cole finds a firework that he tries to shoot at her, but he misses. But he manages to get out of the crawl space and lock her in, and then uses bug spray to ignite the firework, and it blows up and kills her. Then Cole runs into Max, who again is just shirtless for no fucking reason. As Max is going for Cole, they hear Jeremy out front egging Cole's house. Max is like, are you really gonna let him do this? Like, go stand up for yourself, brother. I'll kill you after. So Cole goes out and confronts Jeremy, which results in Cole being punched in the face. And then Cole tries to tell Jeremy what's going on, but he just like smashes an egg on his head and leaves. So Max continues to chase Cole and ends up cornering him up in Cole's treehouse. Max is like, I'm not gonna let you die covered in egg. Like, let me wipe that off for you. But then Max steps towards Cole and the planks break and he falls and is unable to catch himself because of the egg on his hands, and he is accidentally hanged by a rope swing and dies. So Cole ends up running across the street to Melanie's house and he tells her what's going on. But B, who now has a shotgun that she stole from the cops, follows. Cole apologizes to Melanie for dragging her into this and locks her in a room and tells her to call the police, but before he does that, she kisses him. It's a magical moment. So Cole goes back to his house to find that all the evidence of the night is gone. The bodies are all gone, so B is going to make it look like nothing happened. Then he comes face to face with Allison, who is still alive, and starts to come at Cole with a kitchen knife to stab him. But before she's able to do that, B shows up behind her and shoots her in the head with the shotgun, and her head explodes. So at this point, B explains to Cole the whole point of this. And she tells Cole that, like him, she was once really insecure until she made a deal with the devil. So now her and whoever joins her cult get whatever they want. And they do that by killing innocent people and consuming their blood while reciting verses from that book. So B admits that she has been going from town to town for years, targeting boys like Cole. At this point, she gives Cole an option. She tells him, I will let you live if you join the cult with me. You can be like this too. You can have whatever you want. But Cole refuses and grabs the spell book and sets fire to it. Cole runs out of the house back to Melanie's, where he gets her dad's car and drives it through the window of his house, and it crushes B. Cole approaches B, who is dying on the ground, and they share this very emotional goodbye where Cole tells B that he loved her, but eventually he walks back out onto the street and leaves her to die as the police and ambulance show up. The final scene is Cole's parents coming to the scene and reuniting with him, and Cole telling them, I no longer need a babysitter. There is a post-credit scene of a firefighter walking through the scene and getting attacked by B, and then the movie really ends.